Hey friends, just a heads up. In this show, we touch on mental health and some other heavier topics. Nothing too intense, but we want you to take care of yourself and those who may be listening with you. Also, all opinions are our own and not affiliated with 21 Pilots in any way. Listen with care, and thanks for being here. It's like downstairs is like 150%, and then like literally every other song is in a line for 149%.
Oh, okay.
So
I get it. I'm surprised that one's the 150 though.
Why?
For you, I don't know. The other ones are just so boppy and fun. And
yeah, and it flip flops for me, like downstairs, and then like today, Robot Voices was my jam.
Yeah, it's hard to pick one.
But then I hear downstairs again, and I'm like, oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
And then I hear like One Way, and I'm like, oh, I love this song. And then I hear downstairs again, and I'm like, oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
You know, it is what it is.
Well, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Putting on a podcast.
That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the Clickbait, everyone. Thanks for being here. The numbers, just huge explosion. I don't even know what to say.
Wow. That's awesome.
Well, listen, we've done this podcasting thing before, and, you know, everybody had a podcast during COVID, so it was kind of hard to...
Everybody had a podcast.
It was hard to get listeners, I guess, to fit into your niche, and we just talked about whatever was going on in our life. So
We were so good, though.
it was good, but like,
I mean...
the numbers we're getting now were nothing like that. So clearly it's because of the fan base, all of you, so thank you.
Yeah.
It's not the quality of what we're doing, that's for sure. It's everyone else. This has a dedicated group, and they just want to consume information. So
Yeah.
thank you all very much. And we were just jamming out to the intro song with our daughter, and I thought it was funny. I was looking through the transcript the other day, and it has putting on a podcast in the transcript. So like picks up any word.
Show at the end.
I'm going to look at that. I didn't see that, but I'm sure it does because it's really intuitive and picks up every word.
Except it like always wants to spell Ballubrigata completely different every time we say it.
Well, there's some words that just don't.
There was like a couple other things that I was like, this is not anything that I said.
I think I've typed Ballubrigata so many times in my phone though that it just gets it right. But
got it.
Well, I noticed today on the voice text I called you tea and it spelled it like drinking tea.
Oh,
and so
that's weird.
I had my phone up before I'd send and I fixed it because I'm like, this is weird.
One thing I hate with voice text is that like our son's name is spelled differently than normal, and it always spells it the normal way, and it looks like I don't know how to spell my kid's name.
Well, that's our fault as parents for giving him a weird spelling.
A weird name. There's that, and then our daughter's name is a very popular name, but like a different version of it, I guess. Not a spelling version, but a different version of it. Yeah. And it always puts the popular one, even though that's not it. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, she's not popular at all.
No, not at all.
All right, let's get started. There's so much to talk about.
So much.
It's just been, what's it been? 4 days since Breach came out? It feels like forever because I've listened to it literally like 30 times a day.
Oh,
start to finish.
And you know what? That's a really great segue into our very first news story that I want to talk about here, because I think everybody is listening to it 30 times a day because it's on track to debut as #1 on Billboard's 200 charts for the US.
And I don't even know what that means. Is that like all music, even country and all the stupid Sabrina Carpenter nonsense?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
So it would be the first time that their album got to #1 in 10 years, because Blurry Face was the first time.
Yeah.
Would that not be the coolest, like, complete full circle moment?
Yeah, I was going to say, too bad it happens now that they're kind of going away for a little bit.
Yeah.
What a bummer, man.
Sure. So
But at least it happens. You can go out with a bang.
Right. So I want to go over a couple of things and ways you can make sure this happens, because US Clique, we need you. Okay, we got to make this happen for the boys.
And I have to say, traditionally, the US Clique is a little weaker than the international ones, at least based on the shows and the videos we see. So we need you guys to step it up now.
Yes. So here's a couple ways you can help. Okay. If you have the means to, buy the album, either the physical like CD, vinyl, or a digital copy of it. CD, vinyl, iTunes, website, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just buy it if you can.
Okay.
Like, don't break the bank or go into debt.
We already did, so we're good.
We did not.
We are in debt, people.
We are not. Stop it. Anyway, buy The Breach Still Remains on iTunes and have it in your Apple Music. You should be able to buy Drag Path separately for 99 cents. Okay.
Wait, how do you do that? Because I would have done that.
I think it's on iTunes. Yeah. So 10 song sales is one album sale.
Okay.
So if a song's bought 10 times, it's the same as buying an album.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Stream the album on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the band's account only on YouTube, Tidal or Amazon Music. Paid subscriptions like Spotify Premium count more. Okay. So that's 1,250 streams equals one album sale. For unpaid, it's 3,750 streams.
Jeez. So us paying for Apple Music, we're doing our part?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
And trial subscriptions count as paid ones.
Oh, there you go. Sign up, people. 3 months free.
Sign up. For a song to count as a stream, it has to be played for at least 30 seconds with the app's volume on at least 50%. So these are the things that was really interesting to me. For more boost, you can plug in your headphones and let it play overnight if you're looping the same song. Service might think you're a bot and block your streams if you keep doing the same one over and over again. So just play the album like over. You can do that.
Yeah. Or if you're like me and you can't sleep because of these songs are so great, just listen to it all night.
I know. Just listen to it all night and don't sleep.
Yeah. Just stay up. It's fine.
Instead of listening to your physical album, switch to streaming for the first week at least. Remember, all these are just suggestions for people who care about the charts. It's not mandatory, obviously.
Excellent. Well said.
Yeah. So I just think that's really, really cool.
It is cool. Yeah. I wish it would have happened for every album because we love them, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. This album is just incredible.
I just like that this was from, it's on Twitter, TOP Updates. I actually get a lot of information from them. They do a lot of the chart stuff. So whenever you see me post, the contract is number one on this chart or whatever, it's usually from them. But I just like that they actually gave us ways we can help. Instead of just saying, go listen.
Yeah.
Well, now I know what the rule is. It has to be played for 30 seconds and the app has to be at least 50% volume. So I can't just let my computer stream all day without it turned up. So that's cool.
Yeah. We don't really have a script here, but I'm going to go off script a little bit. I just have to say my musical nerddom is coming out. And I don't know if I mentioned this in our Nice to Greet You episode, but I was like a music major for a long time. So I feel like I get music, right?
Sure.
This album's incredible. I'm not saying that as a fan. Stylistically, musically, technically, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's so good. There are no skip tracks. There's a ballad when you need it. There's like a jazzy beat and get you moving when you need it. These guys are tremendous.
A good rock when you just want to feel that.
And these guys are just tremendous storytellers. Like I know a lot of people are feeling some type of way that the story's over, but if this is how it's going to be with their musical freedom and not being tied to that, I'm all in, man. It is so good. Like I can't listen to it without a smile or like moving or singing along. Like I don't care who's listening. I'm in my office today just singing my heart out because it does that to you. And I probably sound like a super fan here, but I'm telling you, fandom removed, it's good. It's one of the best albums I've ever heard. And segue into our next topic that's actually on the notes, Drag Path is incredible. Incredible.
Drag Path.
It's probably, I dare say, one of the best songs they've ever written. It's so good.
Yeah.
It gives me hope. It gives me sad feelings. It gives me all the emotions in one song. It's just incredible.
Speaking just lyrically specific is one of the best songs they've written? Because I feel like you can't really put, like, Drag Path is amazing. I love it to death, but you can't really put it up against like Holding On to You or Ode to Sleep with all the music changes and the switches and stuff.
Technically, right.
So,
right. Sure.
That's what I'm asking. Is it like you're saying musically it's the best, or like lyrically and emotionally it's the best?
I'm going to say
all of the above.
Yes to all of the above. You're right. It's technically not the most technical song, especially for Josh. It's not a difficult drum thing. Here I am, not a drummer, saying it's not difficult, but
right.
Obviously some of the other songs are harder and sound more technical, but this one musically, when I say musically, I mean how the lyrics fit with the chords and how it makes you feel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it was on the album for real.
Yeah.
But I just don't, I kind of get how it doesn't fit, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't,
you know?
I mean, yeah.
But it's really great. If you haven't heard it, you got to get your hands on it and hear it. And the lyrics are just, there's something special. I mean, I think it's something everyone can relate to, whether you're religious or not.
I feel like we should have kept this till the end.
All right, I'll shut up.
You don't need to shut up. I just feel like we're going to say the same thing over again later.
Well, that's fine.
But
I'll
anyway,
shut up then. That's fine.
Yes. So you cannot get Drag Path with the digital remains any longer. Digital remains are now no longer for sale. But if you don't know what we're talking about, they surprised us on what? Thursday?
No, I think it was Friday, the same day the album came out. Yeah, because the album was out at midnight and that came out.
So it was later on that afternoon, at like 1:30ish, 1 o'clock-ish, something like that,
Sure.
our time,
Yeah.
Eastern time. They just said, hey, digital remains available, new songs. We're like, what? No, I'm sorry. They didn't say that. They said digital remains available. I happened to be on my computer at the time, went and bought it like immediately.
Yeah.
Was able to download it. And sure enough, I'm like, wait a second. It said Drag Path. And then you remember I texted you. I'm like, there's Drag Path.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like we were all expecting that because it was
I
part
wasn't
of the.
expecting it.
Well, it was part of the Volume 1 digital remains. It was part of the whole
like
letter
the song-
sequence.
yeah.
People were wanting Drag Path, and then people also thought Devil's Eyes was a track, but it happens to be lyrics within Drag Path. But it's a
Well, it was Drag Path parentheses Devil's Eyes. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. So it was in digital remains. That was really cool. I want to just kind of shout out to the Discourse Clique. They are, or Discord. I said discourse. Why did I say discourse? What is that? Discord.
That sounds like an awful clique
Yeah,
to be in the
sounds
Discourse
terrible.
clique.
I don't want to be
Just
not at all.
tons of negativity and problems.
No, horrible. Anyway, Discord. Excuse me. Why did I say discourse? The Discord Clique is working really hard at decoding this Drag Path and all of the digital remains that we were getting.
Yeah.
So I'll hopefully have more updates on that soon.
All right, next.
I feel like we're all over the place right now.
We are, because we're excited, man. And everyone else should be as excited as we are.
Okay.
This is an exciting time.
Can we rein in?
Let's reel it in. Let's reel it in. I'll shut up.
stick-
You do the rest.
You don't
I'll
need to
just sit
shut
here.
up, but like,
I'm really good at, like, I've seen the comments. I'm really good at saying yeah. So I'll just be like, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's not what I'm asking you to do. But like, can we?
Yeah, let's keep it on
keep
track.
it-
We got to go
keep
to
it on
bed.
track.
So let's
Yes, we
figure
do.
this out.
All right. Our poster giveaway results. We had some really great not feedback, but entries, I guess, on our giveaway. And we were able to give it to 3 people that I think really deserved it.
Yeah, we'll be sending those out in the mail soon. And
Yes.
are we giving the thing?
Given the thing.
Do they know that we're going to give the bracelet too?
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yes, it was a poster and a bracelet.
Poster and a bracelet. And if I see any of you trying to sell it, like all these people that are trying to sell a free thing, it's making me
know.
mad anyway.
I mean, at least
But if
it's
you
only
try to
like,
sell
I've
the
seen
one
it
that
for
we
like
give you-
$25 at the most, but like
I don't
still.
care. If you sell the one we give you, I'm going to be angry. And you
No.
don't want me angry at you.
No, the 3 people that won were so grateful and
Yeah.
very appreciative and
Good.
very excited to have won. So for those of you that participated, thank you for participating. And if you didn't win, I'm really sorry. We only had 3. I felt really terrible. All right. Why don't you go ahead and move on to the next one?
You want me to announce our next contest?
I do.
Okay. Well, we were fortunate enough. I'm not going to say that because that makes people feel some type of way. We went and got the wristbands early for
Yes.
our listening party.
We did.
We had 4 people in our party. And at one point we got 2 tickets pulled at the first one. We already talked about that.
Yes, we
And
did.
at the second one, we did our due diligence. We got in line. We did all the things. And we got 4 tickets for the opportunity to buy picture discs. So moral of the story, we ended up with a lot of picture discs and we only won a few.
We didn't get a lot. Don't make people think we got like tons of them.
We got more than one.
Yes.
And we are going to do another giveaway. I don't know the specifics of it, so I'm not sure why you're making me do this, but we're going to do another giveaway
gonna
for
be the
you
same.
to have the opportunity to purchase one because we're not made of money. So you can purchase it, but we're going to sell it at face value.
Yes.
We're going to take a picture of the receipt because where we got them from, for some reason, charged more. I don't know why. But we're going to take a picture of the receipt, show you what we paid for it, and it's going to be that plus shipping. We have what?
And what did we pay? $35?
$39.99 plus tax plus shipping,
$39.99.
all that stuff. Anyway,
Yes.
we'll give you the total and we'll back it up with facts. So we're not trying to make any money here.
No, we're not.
We're doing something generous to all of you. And what do we have? We have 2 focusers, which seem to be in
We have 1 focuser.
Sorry, one focuser.
And an octung.
And an octung. And the focusers seem to be in high demand. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to make people do for this, but
Yeah, I'm not really.
do it.
I actually just thought about this. Maybe we should have discussed this. I'm not really sure what our listener bonus is going to be.
Well, here's what you need to do. If you're not following us on social media, that's how you're going to find out.
Yep.
So do that. Share it with your friends.
All right. I'll think about it as the episode goes on.
I don't think this one is planned.
No, it did not. I don't think I realized we were going to be talking about this right now. So,
well, anyway, we're going to do that. It may not be this week or whatever, but we'll get the details.
We will do a giveaway for. We have 2 picture discs. We are going to be giving away ish.
Yeah,
so you get to purchase them, but we will give them to you.
Some people didn't get the chance to buy any.
We do not have as deep a pockets as we make it seem like we do.
Some people are really looking for that focuser.
Oh
one.
yeah, it's been a big one. That's why I want to make our listener bonus like a really strong one, so that our listeners get the leg up. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah, I'm with you.
So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We're really gonna think this out and do it right.
Yeah, we will.
Next time.
All
right, we did our bingo cards, and now that we have the lyrics in front of us and have heard the songs over and over again, how did we do?
I got 10 bingo squares.
I counted that I got 8 officially.
I think you're wrong. I'm pretty sure you got 10 as well, because I had put in my notes that we tied.
I mean, I got the free square, so if you're counting that, then yeah, I got it.
No, I didn't count the free square. But I thought that, okay, so if I looked at it correctly, I believe that we tied with the amount of squares that we were able to get. But you actually won because you had 3 opportunities to have possibly gotten a bingo.
I know, I saw that.
And I only had
bummed.
2. So I was giving you the win on that breach bingo there.
Well, thank you. I was so bummed that had I put some in just it was a strategy issue with where I put the squares.
I know.
Otherwise, I would have had a bingo.
Oh,
maybe 2.
There was one that we talked about. What did I say the other day? Oh, would we say Topo Chico is a different language?
It's absolutely a different language.
Because if it is, I think I might have gotten a bingo. I got to pull my card up. Hold on.
I say yes.
second.
It's Spanish. I looked it up.
It
has
Spanish.
a meaning.
That's what I thought too. So I have my bingo card in my bag. I should have taken it out. I didn't even think about it.
So you know what I missed a bingo on?
What?
Is if Tyler screams on every song, and I think there's like 2.
That he doesn't.
It's Intentions and Cottonwood. I think he screams on the rest of them.
Yeah,
at least once. Otherwise, I got Intentions will not close things, because I don't believe it did. Intentions will make me cry. Check.
I gotta look at your card again because you're like off.
There will only be 3 videos. So far, that's all we got.
Oh.
And Tyler/Clancy doesn't get out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We did well.
Well, yeah, we did very well.
The one I'm the most proud of is Raw Fear is Not Scary.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. That wasn't one of the squares. Never mind. Yes. I think you did very well. So I would have to say you won this bingo.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You heard it here first, folks. I won something.
Yes,
I did something right.
All right. TOP Shirt Nation. I was hoping we would have some better updates. We don't. All we know, though, is that the digital remains did show us quite a few images that were on the t-shirts.
And I feel like the first volume did that too, right? I have to go back and look, but
I don't remember.
I thought there were some images from that as well.
So I'm waiting for a little bit more detailed info. So maybe next week we'll have an update on that. I just saw they had identified 3 of the images that were in the digital remains on their t-shirts. So that's kind of cool.
It is cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Someday there's going to be a book written or a documentary that's going to bring all this together. I really hope.
Maybe somebody will. Maybe somebody will do it. Maybe you.
Maybe. It would really suck if it just, there's all these open-ended things like, what was that shirt? What did it mean? So either Tyler's going to come out someday and be like, bro, it was a shirt.
Yeah, like I just really liked it.
And or
I just
someone's
didn't want
gonna put all
anyone
this
else
together.
wearing the same shirt that I had on or like finding it at Marshall's or whatever.
Yeah.
Tour starts this week. Today, actually, as you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Tonight.
It's so fast. It just really just came upon us.
I know. I'm so excited.
I'm still trying to buy my outfit for our tour.
As we record this, we are 15 days away from our tour.
Wow. I'm not ready.
So very excited. Any set list predictions? Do you have anything that you are like sure they're going to play or sure they're not going to play?
Yes, I have some thoughts. I've already made it well known that I think this is Clancy Tour Leg 2. So it's going to be very Clancy Tour heavy. I think those songs didn't really get their moment. I know they did a world tour, but there's still a lot of live left to play for those. And considering they're not going to be on tour for a while, they want to play the heck out of those. So I think we still get overcompensated as an opener. It's just too much of a banger as an opener. I don't see them switching it out for City Walls.
Okay.
I know you think differently, but you have a look on your face like you already know.
No, I don't know at all.
Did Josh text you? Because he hasn't gotten back to me.
No, he did not text me.
I think it's going to be Clancy tour heavy, but I do think, for example, I told you this the other day in the car, that I think if they play City Walls in its entirety, Holding On to You gets removed, or at least gets cut in half. Because I don't see the point in doing the Entertain My Faith thing twice.
Yeah,
you know?
I hear what you're saying.
So
I hope that's not the case. So I feel really bad. I probably should have put her up there. There's a girl that I just saw on, I think it was Instagram, doing a fan project with Holding On to You and like rainbow colored papers to hold up onto your phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
And she had them like all cut and like in baggies. And I'm like, oh, you don't even know if that song's going to be played.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of one of those that's like almost a given that they're going to play it.
Listen, they get about 2 hours of stage time, right? That's how the industry works. So they're going to get about 2 hours. I think it's going to be lore heavy with all the lore popular, obviously every song that has a lore video will probably get played except for maybe The Outside, because that didn't get played last tour. So I don't know if that's going to get added, but I think we're in this stage of wrapping up the lore and bringing everything full circle. So I see that maybe happening with some imagery. I think all the big hits from Breach so far that are trending, Drum Show, all that stuff's going to get their moment, but you're still going to have the classics. So you got to make room in the list for that. You're going to have your Trees. You're going to have your Car Radio. You're going to have Tyler on Something High. You know what I mean? You're going to have Heavy Dirty Soul, that stuff. Blurry Face is going to get its songs because it's of the 10-year anniversary and the closing up the thing. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think they cut things like Shy Away maybe and Heathens. I don't know.
No, they will never cut those, unfortunately. We'll always have the stressed out Heathens ride. Will always be part of the show because those are their hits.
I think you're going to get the line, or you may get on the B stage, if there is such a thing, you get Drag Path instead of the line, or maybe both of those. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then I think you're going to get Doubt Demo. That just got added. Seems to be important to the story somehow.
We're running out of time. You're putting way too much stuff.
I don't know, but think about it.
Cut stuff.
These songs are not that long.
I know, but they got to cut stuff. They got to cut somewhere.
I know. I think Scaled at Icy is going to get a significant cut.
I hope they do My Blood. I really like that. I know it's not Scaled and Icy, but I'm saying I really like that song. Yeah. But they probably won't. Probably get that cut. I'm feeling like we're not going to get a lot of Vessel. Yeah,
and I just said that it's Clancy tour heavy, but I think they do cut some of Clancy because what did they play every song except two?
Except two.
Yeah. So maybe there, but yeah, carry on. Yeah, probably not a lot of Vessel. I agree.
I think we're going to get a lot of Trench. I think we're going to get a lot of Breach. I don't think we'll get very much of other albums besides maybe Blurry Face. We'll probably get like the real lore heavy songs from that. And I think they'll also do their hits. And then, like you said, there's some that for some reason we just can't not have, like Trees or Ride, unfortunately.
Come on.
Don't like that song. Or like, what else do we have to have usually?
I think you have to have Car Radio.
Car Radio.
You have to have.
That's when we
usually I would say you have to have Holding On to You because of the backflip thing and all that. But I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing.
The backflip.
You have to have something for Drum Island, so I think you have Paladin Straight if they keep that. Listen, I'm drawing my opinions from. They literally had like 6 weeks between. What they have?
Yeah,
maybe a little more than that, but it takes so long to record the stems, and they had to do that for the new stuff. Yeah, so I just think it's going to be plug and play. Unfortunately, I mean,
well, we shall see.
But I'm with you on the heavy Trench because they got to incorporate Bandito Camp somehow.
Yeah,
which wouldn't make sense.
I'm wondering how Bandito Camp is going to be incorporated. I am very confused by that, but I'm thinking that it's going to be like a Josh heavy time.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe that's where Drum Show will be.
Maybe that's where Drum Island will be. I don't know if there's enough people in the lawn to do that.
I don't know if there's enough concentration of people, but I'm thinking it's going to be like a Josh Dunn kind of spotlight type of thing where we're going to get our drum show and our maybe bandito or something like that in there. But yeah, it'll be really interesting. We have just a few hours.
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm sure there'll be lots of posts
before we find out what the set list is. I'm very excited about that. I'm listening to Breach. I have it on like repeat constantly, but I'm not focusing on truly learning the songs until I find out what the set list is, and then I will focus on those songs first.
Okay.
And then I will learn the rest.
I think that where's the first show? Cincinnati? Oh yeah, it'll have plenty of social media coverage by all the regulars. So we'll have lots of scenes to work with and set lists and everything else. All right. Well, I'd like to just give a few more thoughts on City Walls because now I've watched it like 1,000 times. And something I noticed was Tyler's face at the end of kind of as the song wraps up, where he starts to kind of give up running away from Nico. Mm-hmm. His face just struck me today that like, I don't think he was acting. I think he's just worn out by this mental battle and everything. Like his face just looked like so defeated and exhausted to the point where I'm just going to turn around and face this. There's nothing else I can do, I don't know. It just really stood out to me. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
I think this is you.
Oh yeah. Some final thoughts to close out Breach before we get into what are we doing next? We have one correction to make, and then we're going to get into our lore deep dive. We're not really doing a song of the week this week because...
Didn't you have a TOP fan?
Oh, I do have a TOP fan. That's right. Hold on 1 second. Pause. So there's this person on Instagram, I believe. I don't know if she's anywhere else, but her page is the Sophia Art on Instagram. And she just does all kinds of great... the art is spectacular.
Yeah, I saw the one she posted today. It was really cool.
And I don't know if she's drawing these or if it's done digitally, but either way, there's some real talent there. The one she did today was Nova Bishop, and it's just, it's really clear. It's really great. And what's the word I'm looking for? Like painting quality. I'd hang it up in my house.
Yeah.
And everyone's doing a great job with the Clique art. But some of it you can tell is like really not rough. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's like
not as refined, I guess.
Correct. Yeah. These ones are just really great. So like I said, I don't know if she's doing it digitally or what, but they're really great. And they have like little words written on them to explain what's going on. So
that's cool.
Check her out. It's the Sophia Art on Instagram.
Very cool.
Good stuff.
I like seeing Clique art. It's fun. I know that the boys like it too because they repost quite often.
They do. And they make it their profile picture and stuff sometimes. And
yeah,
I love it as well because it gives me great tattoo ideas. So keep it coming, people.
Yes.
All right, let's close out a few more thoughts on Breach because we covered it pretty in depth on the bonus episode last weekend. But I've been seeing some posts floating around that say that like they want to post about it and talk about it, but it's just so heavy that they can't find the words. And I wanted your thoughts on that. Like, do you find it heavy?
I did until I understood it, and now it like lifted my spirits, and so I don't find it as heavy anymore. It is heavy. It's a sad thought to sit with, but I think if you really look at what they're trying to tell us, it's very hopeful and exciting.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that some people just don't know that or don't understand it, and they just think like, oh, he lost, and don't really see the bigger picture. And so it might be really difficult for them. I do know, like, I saw this almost exact thing you're talking about today in the Facebook Clique, and they had said that their cat had passed away like the day of that the music video and everything came out, so they like were just emotionally just gone.
Yeah.
And so I think when it comes to stuff like that, it's really hard to see the things that aren't like right in front of your face at that moment. So I think some people just needed some time to sit with it.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think all their music speaks to you in different ways depending on what you're going through when you hear it. But I would say with this album, especially, the fan base is like decidedly divided between whether it's heavy, whether it's lore, whether it's sad, whether we lost, or whether it's hopeful, it's boppy, and we won. Because there is no in between that I've been seeing on social media.
I'm seeing a lot more people in our camp than in the it's sad we lost camp, which is good.
Yeah, and I think this is what I love the most about this band, and I've said this before, is yes, there's some real heavy stuff going on in the lyrics, especially when you look at like a Cottonwood and things like that. But the way they present it, and that's a bad example because Cottonwood's kind of slow and
right,
purposeful with what it is. But if you look at Center Mass, for example, that's about like being very anxious and afraid. But like, I feel like I'm in a jazz club with an old fashioned and a cigar, just like vibing out with other, beatnik guy. Like that's the feel of it, is that it's like this jazzy kind of upbeat thing. And they're telling us this very serious story. Like our favorite reviewers on Riker Road always talk about that. Like, how do they get this message through with such a happy, peppy song?
Well, that's what I was going to say, that I love how they described Drum Show. Like, it's sad, but it's awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
That is 21 Pilots to me. It's sad, but awesome.
Yeah. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on in One Way, but there are a few words that stand out to me that might explain it. And I'm calling dibs. I'm putting my flag in One Way. I want to do that as a deep dive.
All right.
So I'm calling that one.
It's yours. It's yours.
That one, I think I've already said. I feel like I'm on vacation when I hear that. It's just like incredible.
Yeah. It's
so light,
good
and
vibey song.
Airy. So
for sure.
All right. We have one thing, and I've changed this because of our Harry Potter references all the time. We're now the Ministry of Corrections, not the department.
All right.
We have one thing. A couple weeks ago, we were trying to figure out what to call the My Chemical Romance fan base. You actually said it correctly, but it didn't occur to us what we were saying.
Yeah.
So what did we do?
What do you mean?
Well, you were looking and it says MC Army or MCRMY, right?
MY, yeah.
And we were like, McRimmy?
I was like, McRemy?
Maybe we were hungry for McDonald's. I don't know.
MCR me?
Yeah.
So I did say it.
And then I think I saw a vanity license plate not related to this, but I have to put the things together. And it suddenly just popped in my head like, MC Army, duh.
MCR me, like army.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
Sorry to all of the
enlisted
MC Army.
Yeah. Sorry
apologize.
About that. I still think we should call you Chemies, but
I like that. Yeah.
Sorry to the MC Army.
Killjoys. That's so sad.
Yeah. We're really sorry we called you a McRimmy, which is going to be featured on the menu at McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's newest
My Chemical Romance meal.
Yeah.
The McRimmy. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the lore deep dive, shall we? Do you have your suit on?
Yes. No. Do we have to ask about my suit every time?
You could ask me. It's called broadcasting.
I don't
work with me.
I want to ask you about your suit.
All right, fine. I feel like you should. People think I'm over here suitless. You should ask me if I'm wearing my suit.
Well, you're not wearing your suit. However, you are not suitless.
Okay, great.
Which is great. You're not naked podcast. We do not naked podcast here.
Yeah, that would take this to a whole different level.
Really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
All right, lore deep dive. So again, I'm just going to say it again. I'm trying not to deep dive into too many new things right now because tonight we're going to get the tour.
Well done.
Thank you. We're going to get the tour, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more coming out once we start seeing some of the things that are happening in the tour. So I just kind of want to slow it down a minute because I don't want to have to stop a deep dive in the middle in order to do the tour, if that makes sense. If the tour comes out and we don't see too much more, then I'll start doing more involved deep dives. But this deep dive is inspired by a post we saw today on Facebook. I was going to say clickbait, but that's us.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
We saw it on Facebook this morning, and it was a theory about the ending of the City Walls music video. And it just made me think, like, what are the other theories that are out there? And kind of just wanting to talk about them. So I'm going to talk about the new bishop and some of the theories of what the ending actually means. Because apparently not everybody agrees with me, which is odd.
That no one agrees with you? Or
no,
what? I feel
like
like that
everybody.
happens a lot.
A lot of people actually do agree with me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know her by now, she demands that everyone agree with her or else.
I do not.
I'm kidding.
Rude.
I'm kidding. It's just some marriage humor for you there.
Yeah, sure. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Nova Bishop. And Nova is actually a really great choice for the name for this bishop because we talked about what Nova means, right?
Yeah, a couple episodes ago, yeah.
So it was a bright light that, brightens quickly, and it actually says it fizzles out toward the end. It's like a star, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A star that like explodes in space, but gets really bright, lots of energy.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
But it also means new. So both of those words can apply now that we've seen the music video and we saw how he defeated Nico with the Care Bear stare. Just kidding.
I thought that was good. That was really good. That was the best post. We got to call that out. It's like, wait a minute. Did we just beat Nico with friendship?
With the power of friendship.
Dang right we did.
Yes, we did.
I love it.
Care Bear stare, buddy. So yeah. Anyway, so I just thought that actually was a really great choice of name. I don't know why I thought that they would do anything differently. But we also got the box sets have finally come out. People have gotten their box sets and they've posted inside each one of them is a little card that kind of talks about the main, I don't want to say character, but I guess character of that particular box set. So there was a Torchbearer, there was a Dark Clancy, and then there was a Nova Bishop box set, right? So each of the box sets had a little card inside that kind of like gave more information on each of those characters. And we did not get the Nova Bishop one. We got Dark Clancy and Torchbearer. I was kind of like digging my heels in on the Nova Bishop one because I didn't want it to be a thing. So
big mistake. I'm so disappointed.
Why I didn't
That's
get
the one
it.
I wanted.
Why didn't you say something? I would have gotten it immediately.
I did. I was like, if
I
we're going to buy
didn't really
two,
want to spend $120 on
if we're going to buy two, we might as well buy all of them.
So
it's not about the CD, man. Come on.
All right. So anyway, somebody very kindly posted their Nova Bishop card. So I just kind of want to go over it really quickly because there's some interesting information in it that I think pertains to the theories of who Clancy is at the end of this music video.
Yeah.
So the first thing, it says registry file and we have some numbers on it. It says designation, the new bishop, document type, Ascension dossier. So it's like what do you know what a dossier is?
Yeah.
Can you explain it? Because I know what it is, but I can't really figure out how to explain it. It's like a card that gives you information on that particular.
Oh, I thought it was somebody that like walked you through a museum. Isn't that like the title of someone?
I thought it was like,
and it's also the place where I get my fake cologne.
Sure. The way that I know that word is from like, I don't even know what show it was.
Like a case file or something. Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah. So
yeah.
It is a show about the president of the United States, and they handed out a dossier for each person that was going to be coming to the meeting. So I think it was like statistics or information on each one of these people.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what it is, but I wasn't sure how to explain it. I thought maybe you might know.
No, that makes perfect sense to what I said about like the guide in the museum. They're the person that knows everything about what is in the museum.
Sure.
So that would make sense.
So I think it's like a
paper copy
a file
of that.
or like a sheet of like information on these people or these things.
I think you're right. And if you're not, we will put it in the Ministry of Corrections.
Next
look
time.
it up.
But I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. So it says name, it says redacted, which means they took the name out, slash vulturistic. That's interesting. I don't know what that means, but I thought that was cool. It says rank, bishop, and then in parentheses, provisional. So we know
we talked
not
about
a
that,
full,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Origin is unverified. So we don't know where they came from. Citizen response, optimistic / divided. So that means the citizens of Dima are looking at this new bishop, and some of them are optimistic, but it's a divided, like it's mostly optimistic, but it's a divided group.
Okay.
There's still some people that aren't quite sure about it. Okay.
Can I chime in here real quick?
Sure.
I looked up vulturistic, and it is not a recognized word in English, but it does mean something around. Hold on, I lost it.
I would assume it would be vultures.
You're right. But it means something around, and this is so 21 Pilots. Why can't I go back? What's going on here? Resembling a vulture, particularly in being greedy, rapacious, and predatory.
Oh.
So I think if you look at those meanings in relation to what's on this card and what they're talking about, I could draw some conclusions there.
Okay. All right. File notes. It says rise of subject follows expiration of prior command. I think that's super important to know. It says instated by internal selection despite background conflicts and sealed juvenile record. elevated by the people as a symbol of rebirth, though preliminary analysis confirms unstable duality. So the people of Dima have chosen Nova Bishop to rise in the ranks.
Yeah, I saw that. That was, well, yeah. And if it's Clancy, wasn't he kind of known? That's what the I Am Clancy thing said.
He was known. And then if we go into the digital remains, there's a bunch of posters with Clancy's face on them that say, "Is this your hero?"
Yeah.
So interesting.
Very.
I also thought it was interesting that it says internal selection. So that means that he was selected by the municipality internally. So they had some sort of say in it as well.
Like the other bishops, is that what that means?
I don't know if it means the other bishops, but I know there's the sacred municipality of vialism, or whatever they call it.
Well, listen, other than the, obviously the metaphor for controlling your mind and having the grasp of your mind, if you look at the other side of this, there's a reason why Nico wanted to keep bringing him back, and they wanted him there and not out. So they must have liked some quality in him. They saw
something.
Yeah.
They obviously saw something, and that's why they were also so threatened by him and needed to keep control over him. Otherwise, he would have gone the other direction, which it actually says here, unstable duality. So it's like he could go either way. He's very unstable. But I just thought that was really interesting that it says internal selection. Because, you know, when you have an internal candidate, it's something that's already within the organization.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's an internal selection. And it says, despite background conflicts and sealed juvenile record. So Clancy's been there for a while.
Yeah, well, didn't he say he's been there? For a long time.
All we know is of the 10 years we've known. We don't know his story before that. We don't know if he was there as a child. We don't know if he just suddenly popped up. We don't really know. It says origin unknown on this too, so...
Well, yeah, that fits your original theory about being a Christ.
Yeah.
Just shows up.
Then it goes into reputation index. It says revered/feared, binary response. I'm not sure what that means. And then it says further observation advised, public confidence high. And then it says risk assessment elevated. So they're giving him his chance, but it doesn't sound like they quite think he's right just yet.
Yeah, I think he probably has to build some trust, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I think that kind of shed a little bit of light on the ending there and what we were thinking. Like you said, they obviously wanted him to overthrow at some point. So,
but you have to add some years and build some trust.
Yeah, nice job.
Thanks.
But
that's not funny.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's talk about the new bishops for a minute.
Yeah, I'm perplexed by these.
Yeah.
As you know. So I think that I noticed something, and it's because I wanted to take a picture and send it to you. So I was able to take a picture of the TV and then zoom in on it. Mm-hmm. Nobody has any black on their hands. The hands that are showing, that is, there's only one bishop, and it would be, as you're looking at it, to the left of Clancy. But if you're looking, or whatever he's called now, Nova Bishop, and if you're standing there to the right, they have their left hand. No. Yeah, their left hand on their chest, like straight across. And somebody said it's over their heart, but that's not anatomically correct.
It didn't seem like it though, because I thought it was like around there. I thought they were just like kind of holding it at their stomach.
Well, most people were like kind of doing that.
That's what I was saying. I just, because you're like so sure that this hand means something. So I was like looking at everyone else's hands, and it kind of just felt like a really relaxed posture to me. Well, like somebody was just kind of holding their hand there. So I don't even think it was over the heart.
So everyone's hands are not showing except for that one. And that's what threw me for a loop, is that they don't do anything by coincidence. So it's got to mean something that this one hand right next to him is kind of forming the dash between the logo, in my opinion. And then they have one hand out, and that hand is gargantuan in size. For some reason, it looks like freakishly big. But it made me notice that there's no black on the hands either. And then if you zoom in,
maybe that was the reason, so that we could see there's no black on their hands.
Yeah, and well, they are brand new because he killed all the other ones.
Yeah.
And if you zoom in, there's no black on their face. And I found through the digital remains and reading them that the black shows up because of all the glass blowing, making the neon.
Yes.
That's how they get black on their hands, and I assume on their face. It didn't say face, but on their hands. So these are all brand new a whole set of new bishops because Clancy killed all the other ones. So they don't have any of that yet, I guess.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. And then, so this had me go looking through all the lore videos, and I noticed something suspicious in Jumpsuit that I never noticed before.
Okay.
Clancy / Tyler's got no black on at all. No hands, no neck. And in Heavy Dirty Soul, which preceded Jumpsuit in the timeline, he did have all that.
Mm-hmm.
Nico comes up and grabs him by the throat, and he puts like these, they almost look like bird feathers, but they're just his 4 fingertips, and he smears him. But then he starts like dragging him, and not really dragging him, but Clancy starts following him. As he follows him, his neck starts to gradually turn fully black.
Oh, I've never noticed that.
And then Clancy realizes that he wants to turn and run away. And as he runs away, it fades back to just the fingertips and ultimately nothing. So it really had me thinking today,
crazy.
like, it really had me thinking, like, is that black that's on his neck that we see all the time in tour and everything else, is that when he's feels like he's under Nico Blurryface's control?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go back and look, there are some videos in the lore era where he has nothing on during the Craving, both versions.
So the Craving's not.
The Outside, he has no black on. So it's very strange. Like, there's certain times where he's got no paint on the neck or the hands. And other times where he does, whether they're lore related or not. I hear what you're saying. Like, the Craving's not lore. I get that.
Yeah.
But like, At the Risk of Feeling Dumb isn't either, and everything's all black. So I wonder if mentally in Tyler's head, that's when he feels like he's like under that control.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I don't know. Something to explore for another time, but
yeah, very interesting. And I think I'll get into the idea here about why that might be in a second. But so now I'm going to go into the different theories that we've been hearing as to what went on with Clancy / Nova Bishop / Tyler and Nico / Blurryface and Josh / Tornbearer.
so much unstable duality here.
Yes. Unstable Dualities. Oh, that's a good band name. Unstable Duality. I like that.
Yeah.
And maybe they have like completely different like sounds. Each song is like a different
and they have like
genre.
They have that 2-face split makeup.
Yeah.
And so one song they turn this way and it's that person.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. So I just want to do a quick reminder of what my theory of the ending was. And it was that this is Torchbearer's story the entire time that was being told through this Clancy. There are other Clancys out there. We actually may even all be a Clancy, if you think about it that way. And this is where I'm going to get into what I just said. So people are starting to think that perhaps there are several different Clancys because we have things like Paladin Strait, for example, where we see Tyler / Clancy on the cliff doing the little Tai Chi, right?
Yeah.
But then we also have Tyler / Clancy in the fray with everybody in the same music video,
the tower,
in a totally different thing, right?
Yeah.
There's also Jumpsuit where he's got no black, but then there's also videos where he does have black.
Yeah.
There are videos where it should be in the timeline. He should still have a scar on his nose.
And he doesn't.
And he does not. So people are starting to think maybe there are several different Clancys in different timelines going along here, if that makes sense. I did see somebody pointed out really cool. I don't know if they did. I mean, I'm sure they did it on purpose. So I don't know why I'm saying I don't know if they did it on purpose. The fight scenes going on right in City Walls, and Clancy gets doubled over, and then Nico like knees him in the face. And then it goes right into Jumpsuit when he has the scar on his nose. And he didn't have it in Heavy Dirty Soul.
Oh, okay.
That was the one before.
Okay.
So it was almost like this knee to the nose was where he got the scar in this next video. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was really neat. But anyway, yeah. So this is kind of the idea that people are getting, that maybe we do have more than one Clancy going on here.
Yeah.
Because of all these different like weird discrepancies that, hey, very well could be like, oh shoot, we forgot to put the scar on. Who knows?
Yeah. Unlikely.
But I doubt it.
Yeah.
All right. So he was able to vanquish the power that Nico had over him with the little, clicky symbol, with the Care Bear stare, whatever we're going to call it, but not before his dark parts were completely conquered. So he has become the next Blurryface. So this is super important to know. He's the next Blurryface, not Nico.
Yeah.
He's not Nico. Everyone keeps saying Clancy turned into Nico. He did not turn into Nico. He turned into Blurryface. The black on his face, as I have said, is not as high as Nico's, giving Torchbearer that idea that he's going to keep trying because this time it's less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will be even better the next time. Here's this new idea that I have here that I want to bring in.
Plus, real quick, isn't Blurryface like something he sees and deals with? That's the name
That's the name of
the
his
nickname that they
group of insecurities. He calls it Blurryface.
Yeah, Nico was a title all in itself. That's a person.
Yes.
So he's gone.
No. So here's the thing. Nico was like all of the insecurities put together. He was like the lead bishop, right? Was Nico. But I think the title Blurryface is whoever is going to be that person. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but in I Am Clancy, he says that he calls himself that. So is that a nickname Nico gave himself?
I don't know if that's the nickname Nico gave himself or that's what everyone calls him.
All right.
I honestly don't know, but I'm going to get into something here in a minute that really just like confirms my theory here.
Okay.
That he's not Nico.
I want to hear it.
Guaranteed not Nico. Okay.
I love that.
The banditos that joined him, I think were already followers of him that had like bought into his ideas so deeply that they were just easily persuaded to join. I think that's why it was so easy for him to just hand them the ropes and we're like, sure, cool, I'll put it on.
Yeah, there was zero resistance.
Because I feel like if they were full banditos, they would have been like, no, we can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or they would have at least looked to Torchbearer like, should I do this? There was nothing. There was like, okay, here, sure.
Right. So I think that something has already been going on that Clancy has already been saying, I want to bring a new Dima. I want to do things right. I want to do things better. And they were like, yes, we're all in for that. So that when he actually got the robes, they were like, yeah, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be his followers now.
Yeah, this is what we're supposed to do. Yeah.
So I mean, that's a new part of my theory here. I also have another new addition. He sings Entertain My Faith, which we know is his like calling to God to show him he's there. That's what we know from Heavy Dirty Soul, Holding On to You. And so let me back up again. In Holding On to You, he says, Entertain My Faith. And in that part of the song, he's asking God to show him that his faith has been important, to show him that God's been there. He's like a sign from God is what he's asking for, basically, to say, show me that my faith means something, that I'm not just blindly following for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So he sings Entertain My Faith. And what does he actually do? He gives a sign. A legitimate, actual, literal sign, which was the Clikkies sign, right?
Yeah.
So he holds up the sign, which is what actually vanquishes Nico. But you can't ever actually kill your mind. You can't kill your brain. If you do, you'll die.
Well, that's not what he said a while ago. Sometimes to stay alive, you got to kill your mind.
Well,
very
you know
contradictory.
Yes.
But yes, I get it. Yes.
Yes. But so like I said, you can't ever actually kill your mind. So the cycle is never, ever going to fully be broken.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to literally kill your brain, and you can't kill your brain because then you will die, like I said.
Right.
So I think the paint is less because his insecurities are now less.
Agreed. And I've been saying that all along. He's got a family now, kids. He's achieved success. Naturally, they should be less. Right.
So the insecurities are less. So the paint is less, but they're not ever truly gone.
Yeah. So that's true for anybody, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I think at some point, Torchbearer will find that Clancy, that the insecurities are just a little tiny bit and enough to not be this bishop, but not break the cycle, but like, freely live. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. Yeah.
I want to talk about the breaking of the antlers as well. I think that's also important because the antlers are what represented the bishop's ability to seize things. But now that they're broken, the evil act of vialism can no longer take place. They don't have them to do this anymore. And it's that message from Clancy that says, but if we become them, then we must do better. Do you remember that little note we got? That letter that ended with that?
Yes.
Okay. So his plan is to move forward in a more positive way with the new bishops at his side. So I just wanted to like point that out again because that's what I had said as my theory to begin with. But now that I've sat with this video longer, really truly looked at it, I noticed those antlers being broken. That was like a really big deal.
Yeah.
Because now they can't use them anymore. And that's what Clancy's against, is this vialism. The seizing of people without their control. You know what I mean?
So on that note, we really need to go back and look at the journal that we got as something. Really, and then volume 1 digital remains, because I'm going to say this very briefly because I didn't even really look at it. So I don't know what I'm saying. But I saw someone post that like the Clancy letters from the trench era are very different from the ones now, implying that maybe it's a different Clancy that was writing those, like a different handwriting, a different signature, all that stuff. So
I will say that last letter that we got, the very last one that we got from the FPE from Clancy, was like very not Clancy, like really not Clancy-esque. Like, I am the power and I, will do this alone, and like almost like really arrogant. Yeah. And everyone was pointing out like, oh, well, he's just been taken over. Like Blurryface is taken over. But I don't know now.
Well, I think that's your next thing you were going to talk about that I've seen posted, is that maybe Nico seized Clancy, and that's what we've been seeing. Yeah.
So that is the next theory that I want to get to. So some people believe that Clancy was seized by Nico. They believe that somehow he has the ability to seize him while he's alive. I'm really not sure where they're getting that. I've asked people to tell me, and I haven't gotten any response to it. I tried to do some research. I could not find anywhere that it said Nico can seize people while they're alive. So I can't like confirm that that's an ability that he has, but that's what people are believing, that he's able.
No, go ahead. I had a reaction to that.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. People are believing that he's able to seize Clancy while he's living. The only response I got to my question was, can somebody tell me like where that came from? Was there, oh, well, in Blurryface, when his eyes turn red, but whenever anything's seized, their eyes are not red. So I'm not sure where we're getting this idea.
That's why I made a face.
That's the theory.
And threw my hand up and threw you off guard. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I feel like that's a very important fact that would have been told to us in the I Am Clancy video or something, because that's like a nugget you can't just overlook. That's very important to know if Nico has that power.
And the only thing that I can actually confirm was Clancy saying you can only seize a dead body.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If one person had the ability to not do that, that's huge.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I think
that would have been pointed out.
I think I'm just the most confused because this post that the person that I'm getting this from, and I actually saw a few other people say the same thing, had so many comments of people like, yeah, totally. I completely agree with you. Absolutely. Yeah. So there's obviously something out there that I'm missing that's telling us that he can seize.
I think I know what it is.
What?
I think it's people just so desperately don't want to.
Oh, like they're just making it up.
No, they're not making it up. They're just trying to. And again, that's the beauty of this band. They're trying to make it fit their personal narrative that they've believed for the last 10 years that Clancy wasn't able to do this.
Yeah.
They wanted to see the ending that everyone talked about as kind of unrealistic, that everything's sunshine and rainbows and we win. But this is real, man. This is real life. And it's like, it might take some people some time to get to that. But it's true. It is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And thinking the only way that it would be okay is if evil was able to take over.
Yeah. Like, what if this? What if that? And I keep seeing people popping in like, oh, it's this. And it's like, no, just take a deep breath, stew on it a little bit, and you will see that this is how it always had to be.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
So just to continue on with this theory, again, they're believing that Nico has now seized Clancy and is living through him in his body. So that when Torchbearer says that's not Clancy up there, he literally means it's now Nico because Nico took over Clancy's body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And another clue that points to this, and this one kind of caught me off guard a little bit. When Nico has disappeared and it's just Clancy in the room, Clancy is actually holding the antlers that Nico had previously held in the scene before. And we don't ever see that switch of Clancy going and picking them up. So did he turn into Clancy with the antlers in his hand? I don't know. I thought that was kind of a compelling argument though, because it is quite a quick little blip in time that it would be difficult for Clancy to walk over and pick up those antlers within that little tiny span of time that we had in the video. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't like definitively say, but I'm like 99% sure that that's not the correct theory. But I am going to pose all of the theories.
Yeah, that's what we have to do. We're an objective party here.
We are an objective party. So I'm just giving you information. I mean, they have a good idea. They have good ideas. They have some good proof to kind of back up their claims. I think there's a little couple holes in them, but
I think every theory is valid and deserves its moment because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
With this band.
Yeah.
You know, it can apply to anybody anyway.
And another theory that is out there is just about the paint that's on his nose or mouth, I guess, not his nose. It's saying that it hasn't reached all the way over his nose like it was before yet, because he's not like a full-fledged bishop. As it said on the card, he's a provisional bishop at the time, and the Banditos are not either. So they would not have the black paint all the way up as we have seen. And you kind of mentioned that too in the glass blowing situation. Like they haven't done any of that yet. So maybe that is where all the black comes from on their face. And they just don't have it yet because they haven't done any of that. So that's another theory that's out there. Yeah. Which again, there's some good evidence to back that up, that claim up. I still think where we and quite a lot of other Clique members are going is the right direction. All right. I just had a couple more like kind of theories that are floating out there. And one that was really interesting to me was the idea that Nico was able to control Clancy while he was still alive because of a contract that he signed, allowing him to use him for the betterment of Dima, which we have already talked about. But this theory goes deeper into this idea of a contract, which I really thought was cool. And so I just kind of wanted to go over this a little bit. I believe this to be like a symbol for temptation, like a literal contract with the devil, for lack of a better word. So like he's not actually a devil, but he is in this case temptation and evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the flesh.
Yes, which we'll get into to tie up drag path in a little bit here. So in Routines in the Night, he says testing the limits of what a mind can do, like he's pushing his mind past what it's built to handle, could be referencing being seized while he's alive. It's a possibility. Also might be why he is in Clancy gear in that video.
And there's the robes behind Josh.
Right. So it's a possibility. I'm going with this because this is some pretty compelling evidence.
Yeah.
Then there's the lyric, so beautiful, the space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream. This is the contract music video. It's a painful reminder of the contract that he signed, possibly back when he still believed in vialism and he still kind of drank the Kool-Aid, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And thought like, oh yeah, this is really great. We can do this thing and this is the path to happiness. You know what I mean? So he signed that when he still believed in it. But then it's a painful reminder of that contract. But then it's also a terrible dream because in the video, he's surrounded by all those little eyes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That could possibly be the souls of the glorious gone, glowing red because they are fully seized and their presence like haunts him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that little space between he's talking about is that the contract music video, because it's literally a space between.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. In the contract, Clancy mentions that he doesn't sleep much and forces himself to stay awake. It's his way of resisting Nico taking over. He's trying to stay quiet so he doesn't find him. He's calling him the necromancer, somebody who takes over my body as well, right? And that's something Tyler says all the time, keeping those eyelids up, trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
Like it's something like if he falls asleep, then Nico takes him.
Yeah. Everything bad happens at night.
Yeah.
Throughout all the albums, even on Vessel.
Right.
Yeah.
The lyrics, I used to see it felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract. Suggests that he once truly believed in vialism and was willing to sign that contract, like allowing Nico to seize him while he's still alive or use him basically. But now he really regrets that decision and he's pleading to make a new deal in the hopes of breaking free from what he agreed to. And now I'm going to connect this to Heavy Dirty Soul for a second, which we've seen a lot of connections to Heavy Dirty Soul. So I think the song
it all comes back to that.
means
so
something
weird.
important. Okay. He says there's an infestation in my mind's imagination. And that could be Clancy describing Nico controlling his mind and like him from the inside out. He says, right now, I got a really crazy mind to clean. He wants to get him out of there and clean his mind of him. And then he says, and can you save my heavy, dirty soul? It sounds like someone who feels spiritually like infected by this process. Okay. And everything he's witnessed or agreed to. So he's witnessed all of these terrible things that he now does not believe in anymore. And could this be why he sings Address My Soul in City Walls? Like, can you save this soul of mine? Address my soul. Do you think? I don't know.
How do you do this?
I really liked that. I really was like, ooh, this is good stuff. I like it.
Listen, I told you this today. I don't know if I've said it on here, but I admittedly didn't really, I don't have time and I don't comprehend reading as well as you do. So like I never really got in heavy into the lore. Like I knew about it, but I'm like, this is kick-ass music and I like the music.
Yeah.
But you were able to figure this out. And like, I've learned so much from you. It's incredible.
Well, I don't do this all by myself. Like I take people's ideas and like find those things that match. But
yeah,
I also realized I told you I was going to talk to you about blurry face and I didn't put it in my notes. I guess I was just going to remember to say it and I didn't. Yeah. So in the digital remains, there's a picture of all the towers with everyone's name, like in a path almost.
Yeah.
Nico's name is no longer on there. It says blurry face. So I think that's another just nod to he's not Nico. He is blurry face.
Yeah. But then on the, I hear what you're saying, but I'm confused on the inside of the vinyl. It says,
yeah,
there's 10 bishops listed and one of them's Clancy but Nico's still there.
Because he's not Nico.
So you think that is just like a tribute to all the bishops that ever were?
Not that ever were, but that are, yes, it's a tribute to these bishops. And I don't think Clancy is a bishop either. I think it's now Nova Bishop. It even says unnamed. He doesn't have a name yet.
Okay.
I don't think they've given him his bishop name. You remember I said, Keon's is maybe Bill? These Bishop Keons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our popes, they have an actual name, but they take Pope Pius or they take Pope John Paul. They take a name.
Well, we do have all the... Listen, I know this story is supposed to be over, and we do have all the imagery of them standing on Dima on fire.
Yeah, where is the fire of Dima?
Maybe he burns it down and never gets a bishop name.
Who knows? All right, so let's moving on really quickly. Let's get through this fast because we are way over time, apparently.
No, it's okay.
So we're going to do our song deep dive, and we decided to do Drag Path this week just because, A, we both really, really loved it, and it's great. So just a disclaimer here. This could be about Torchbearer. It could be about the Clique or even a loved one, but I am really feeling worship song, just like you said. I'm very strongly feeling that this is a worship song.
Yeah, and I had a thought that I told you about today off the air that I think this might be a nod to their finally recognizing, like maybe it's because of their new label and they're not going to be with Fueled by Ramen anymore.
Yeah, maybe
whatever.
It's a possibility.
But these guys are Christian. They've always had Christian pieces in their music. Maybe they're just going to be a full-on Christian alternative band,
That's
but
possible.
do it the way they do it, because I'm with you. The minute I heard this, I'm like, wanted to throw my hands up, and this is a worship song 100%.
Yeah. Well, like Switchfoot is a really great example of this.
Yeah, exactly.
They were a Christian band, 100%. That's what they did. But then they broke into the pop scene. And if you are not paying attention, worship songs can very much sound like love songs.
Yeah. Well,
if you're not, not
100%.
really truly digging deeply into them.
Yeah.
So it's not difficult to make the leap from being a Christian band to a regular, pop band. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for them to continue making songs that just go along with their faith, but also, as I'm going to show you here, can relate to just normal everyday life as well.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't sure from the first stanza, but you'll get into the lyrics in a minute. But when you get to the one, when you read it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. That's what told me right away. And speaking of Switchfoot, because he mentions that he's on fire.
Right. Well, what told me right away is when I see the devil's eyes. So.
Yeah, but like we just said, that could be the necromancer's eyes or whatever.
But knowing him and knowing, and hearing the rest of the lyrics,
yeah,
it's 100% for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So what I just wanted to make sure to let you know, though, is I'm going to go through all of the ideas as I go, though, because I do want these songs to connect to whatever feels good for you. So I'll give you my opinion. You make your own. These are for us to decide on our own. Okay. So it says, I'm actually going to read all the lyrics to you because some of you might not have heard them. So here we go. It says, when I see the devil's eyes, a current travels down my spine. He found me. Seems as though I've lost again, a story told ad nauseum. He found me. So he's facing temptation yet again. He says a story told ad nauseum. There's that language, Tyler.
Yeah. Quick shout
Love
out.
him.
What other songwriter uses those words? So we've
Love
already
him.
said that a million times, but perfect.
And just for those of you that don't know, ad nauseum means something that's been done so many times that it starts to get like boring or like tiring. Not so much frustrating, but like, oh God, not again. You know?
Yeah, like
Like
any
it's
other
so boring. I've seen this so many times before.
any other songwriter would have said a story that's been told a million times.
Sure. Right.
This
Yes.
guy ad nauseum. I love it.
Yes. So he was faced with temptation to veer off course so many times at this point, or like the trench saga has been told, or you have had an issue with a loved one that tears you apart. Okay. So those are those different ways that this could be. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next lyrics say, maybe once or twice or three, he's tried his hand at drowning me, but I'm still on fire. At least I'm pretty sure.
I love this part. It makes me like tear up when I hear it. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. And just the way the chord goes down when he says three. It's so good.
So he says he's almost lost a few times to this temptation, but he says he's still on fire. So there's that Holy Spirit imagery for me. But also fire and water are opposites. And sometimes enough fire can absolutely vanquish water, right? So if you have enough faith, if you're on fire enough, this drowning that he's trying to give you isn't going to work on you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to go with the Nico route, Nico has taken him 3 times that we've seen, right? He's drowning him, like maybe in Saturday. He tries to drown him.
Yeah. And he kind of trips him up in the water and
right.
in jumpsuit.
But he still has torchbearer, which we have already said his symbol is fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has followed him. So it's still that fits there, right? Or maybe for you in real life, you've disappointed someone a few times, but they still love you. This reminds me of Tally. At least I'm pretty sure. I love that there's that little humility that he always has, because you never know when the last straw will be with someone, right?
Yeah. And I think with, to tie it back to what we were originally talking about, you never know if you've done something or committed something to where you're not in the good graces with Jesus anymore as well.
Absolutely.
You know,
well, you'll always be in good graces with God and Jesus. But you have to make up for
there
it.
could be some really bad sin or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, if you start to, the one thing you can do to get out of the good graces is stop believing.
Yes.
And, you know, I can't, the word's not coming to me, but.
Well, that's something that Tyler struggles with. That's
Right.
why he says, entertain my faith.
Right. So I think that's very
Show
appropriate
me
here.
that I'm doing this for something real. All right. Next lyrics say, when I see the devil's eyes, I'll look away and smile wide. You found me. 'Cause then I'll know you're also there. 'Cause proof is in the adversary. You found me. So he says the next time that he sees the devil, he'll just smile because he knows that God will always be on his side. Proof is in the adversary. It means proof is in the fact that the devil keeps trying to fight, but he never wins. So God or torchbearer or your loved one, whichever you choose to believe, is always there for you. And that's that courage that you need to keep believing and keep fighting and smile at the devil when he tries to tempt you, right?
Yep.
Next, as a drag path etched in the surface as evidence I've left there on purpose, a sad sack laying on the surface. Can you find me? I drag my heels into the gravel as evidence for you to unravel. A drag path etched in the surface. Can you find me?
Hey, real quick.
Sure.
When I first heard this and that first part that says I left there on purpose, I interpreted it as like I left this spot on purpose to go away.
Oh.
But now I hear it with a comma after evidence, like I've left it as evidence and I did that on purpose so you could find the evidence. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think you mean the opposite. If you put a comma after evidence and I've left there on purpose, then that would mean that he left that space.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah.
So now seeing it without the comma, you realize it's like a sentence of its own.
You're right.
Yeah. So he says, he's saying each time the devil or Nico, whichever you're choosing to believe at this point, drags him back to Dima or, his temptation. He digs in his heels and he leaves a path. So he's digging in his heels like, I don't want to go, right? So it's like that, when your kids don't want to go and they flop like a dead body and you're dragging them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he leaves it on purpose, either for others to find him or for him to find his way back.
Yeah, like when
possibly.
you mark the tree to...
Yeah, sure. Sad sack is the only confusing thing. Because what a sad sack is like a blundering idiot, like somebody who has like no luck and like everything goes bad for them. Ben Stiller, basically. Is a sad sack.
Okay.
Like
there goes all our Ben Stiller fans.
Not the actual Ben Stiller, but every movie he's in, he's a sad sack.
Yeah.
Okay. Like he just keeps making mistake after mistake and he's like, ho, ho, hum.
What if 1,000 of our 3,000 listeners were Ben Stiller fans?
They're said gone in now. Every one of his movies. I didn't say anything wrong. All right. Anyway. So I'm not really sure where that one's going.
I saw that as another sign of his humility. Like I'm nothing compared to what's going on here.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm just
I would have called myself like I don't know, like made a comment like I'm only one person or something like that. Not
but
just
like ad nauseum, right. That's something Ed Sheeran would have done.
All right, whatever.
You're thinking like Ed Sheeran, not like Tyler Joseph.
Come on. Did you say that because they're battling for the top spot right now?
No, it's because he said, I'll love you until you're 70 when he could have easily said, I'll love you for eternity.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing here, Ed Sheeran?
When you're 71, forget you.
Clearly,
lady.
The language skills are not on par with Tyler Joseph.
Anyway,
that's why I said it.
Sorry, Ed Sheeran. Now all of our Ed Sheeran fans are gone.
This is not an Ed Sheeran podcast. Sorry, Ed Sheeran. Sorry, Eddie boy.
And Ed Sheeran's a big fan too. So
I know. I shouldn't have said that.
We
but
probably
it's
shouldn't
true.
have talked about
It's true.
Ed Sheeran.
Listen,
sorry, Ed.
Eternity fits.
We
Why
know you're
say it
listening.
just until 70?
I know.
What if she lives to be 71? Now she's just chopped liver?
Now she's nothing. I don't know. All right. Anyway.
Unbelievable.
Now, I have an alternate idea on the drag path, the actual etched in the surface marks. Maybe I should give a disclaimer here. A little trigger warning. Should I give a trigger warning?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, we give one at the beginning of the episode, but yeah.
This is going to talk about self-harm. So if you don't want to hear that, please skip ahead. Probably like 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We told you in the beginning, listen with care.
So,
we're telling you again.
Listen with care. I'm telling you again. If you do not like that, skip now. All right. For those of you that are still here, I think that this might have to do with self-harm marks. He's leaving these little paths etched in the surface of his skin, asking, can you find me? It's a way of like, if you see that on someone, they're asking you for your help. If they show you, if they're clear and evident, they want help. If you don't want help, you want to keep doing this, you hide them. They're under your clothes. They're against your skin. They're somewhere people can't see them. So he says, I left them there on purpose. He's not covering them up. He wants you to see them. Can you find me? Can you help me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that's my other theory on the drag path marks.
Hold on.
Sure.
Give me 1 second. So in Raw Fear, he says that, I think it's Raw Fear, where he talks about the tattoos losing meaning. Is that Raw Fear?
Yeah.
He also says right after that his skin got worse with bad intentions or something, or good intent. How does it go?
I don't remember, but I know what you're saying.
Now I'm not finding. Is it not in Raw Fear?
I think it's good intentions, because our daughter asked about it and I didn't really feel like getting into it right now, but
is he talking about the same thing? That's why I'm asking. Ruining your skin with self-harm?
I mean, that's what I took from it, because if you came back, because it's been more than 30 seconds, keep skipping.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. I feel like the self-harm does have good intention sometimes, because you're trying to relieve that pain that you're feeling that you don't know how to name, that you want to see heal. Mm-hmm. So it is with an intent to do something better for yourself. It's not always great or ever really great. You shouldn't be hurting yourself, but
it's in center mass, by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if it has to do with the tattoos, because it's the next line right after that, but you just got me thinking maybe it has to do with that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. So, all right. So the next, the other thing I wanted to say, so we're back now for those of you that are skipping ahead because of the self-harm. We're not going to be talking about it any longer. People are also thinking that this is a message to Torchbearer, asking him to find him, being Clancy, like not giving up, telling him to look for the clues or the path. So like Clancy has left him these clues or this path to follow to find him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that if that's how you're choosing to believe in this song, then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And so also people are thinking that because Drag Path was part of the digital remains, that it's also a nod to us, like, come find me, I've left you clues, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that's coming in. The last bit of the song says, the sun begins to rise. We made it through the darkest night. You found me. So he often uses this imagery because night is the worst time for him, as we know. But it's just him saying we made it through the tough times again because of you. So whoever you choose to believe the you is, whether it's God, whether it's Torchbearer, whether it's a loved one, he is saying he cannot do this alone. He has to have that thing, whatever it is you're choosing to believe, with him to make it through.
Yeah. And that's why I originally thought this could be a continuation.
Right. A lot of people,
whether it was intended that way or not, but a continuation of intentions, because the whole point of that being truce reversed and all that is the sun will rise and we'll try again. That's clearly what this last line says too.
Right. I actually feel like it would be more of a, that's what I'm hearing too. People are saying a continuation of intentions, but I actually feel it more like a continuation of City Walls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, well, don't leave me. Come find me. Like Josh has said in the end of City Walls, like, we'll keep looking always.
Yeah.
And now Clancy's telling him, come find me. I've left a path for you.
And I'm sure it's because of how they did it in the video, but I see Intentions and City Walls almost as one song.
Yeah. It kind of
and because meshes, of what Tyler
yeah.
said. So if this was supposed to be in between that or for some reason, I mean, there's a reason it's not on the album, but yeah, I think it should have been. It's incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we got it. Really glad we got it.
Yeah. If you have not had a chance to hear it, it's all over the place. You can find it everywhere. It's not hard to find. To be honest with you, I knew a drag path because I'm really into true crime. And that's like a common theme in like investigations is like, oh, it left a drag path and across the carpet or whatever it is. So when I went to go look it up again, just to like find an actual definition for it, it's only 21 Pilots now.
Oh, I love that.
Like I can't find an actual definition. It literally says has come to be known as a song from 21 Pilots. Like
love that.
They've literally taken over drag path.
Awesome.
So yeah.
I love that. I don't know about true crime like you do, but when I first heard it from the digital remains, I thought of Choker. I thought of Levitate. I thought of Jumpsuit because he gets dragged.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, gotcha. We're referencing all those like, times he was dragged. Whether it was Choker's obviously not lore based, but I mean, there's times where he's been dragged throughout the videos.
Are there any
for
others?
One reason? I'm sure there is. I can't really think of any right now, but there's.
Well, but that would be interesting because that's 3.
Yeah, I know he's dragged in Jumpsuit. He's dragged in Levitate for sure.
Yes.
And then in Choker, yeah, Josh is dragging him through the alleyway there. So, yeah. All right. Well, that was great.
Very good.
So much information.
As per usual.
Yeah, well done. Great episode. You're so smart.
Thanks.
Really, I'm telling you, like, I'm not just saying that because you're my wife and I love you. You're smart. Like, this is incredible what you come up with. So
thank you. I don't do it alone. I have lots of Clique help.
Yeah, and I'm just here for color commentary and to hit that splash button.
No, you have great things to say too. You got center mass. I was way off.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that hopefully the listeners are getting something from it based on the numbers they are. So keep participating, commenting.
Yes, please.
I know you really enjoy that part of it.
Hi. And say hi to me.
So great. Someone found one of our stickers that I put for guerrilla marketing at a listening party. That was awesome.
That was very cool.
But yeah, if you're walking around the streets of Boston or whatever, look out for a sticker here and there maybe.
Well, I don't think we should be advertising that we're like graffitiing the streets of Boston.
Oh, no, we put them in appropriate places. Don't worry. We're not doing anything bad. But I did leave some in specific locations at Newberry Comics and Moosehead or whatever it's called, Bull Moose Records in New Hampshire. But yeah, anyway, it's really great. People are noticing and people are commenting that they like the religious stuff, and some people are saying that they're not Christian, and now it's like opening their eyes.
It.
So maybe we might convert. Who knows, man? This is
I don't
great.
think we're converting anybody, but it's somebody wrote me that they are not religious, but that this helps them understand the song so much more because they know that the boys are.
And I think
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think for our Christian listeners and for us, that if we can do that, just open people's eyes to it, we're doing a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just trying to learn no matter what you feel about it. So yeah, great job. We will see you next week. Sorry, this one's a little long, but we're just so excited about everything that's going on.
Yes,
so
very.
We are Clickbait, and we will not give up on you.
Stay alive, friends.
Show.